Here's an easy explanation for what a variable aperture lens is. For my beginners out there, you're going to be buying a budget lens, and especially if you're a sports photographer, you're definitely going to be trying to get a super telephoto lens, and it's not going to be very expensive. So that means it's going to be a variable aperture lens. But then that begs the question, what is variable aperture and how does that work? So take this as an example. This is my Sigma 100 to 400 f5 to f6.3. So that means whenever I'm at the widest end of this focal length, the lowest my aperture can go is f5. Then when I zoom out, as I gradually go up this focal length, that means the lowest aperture is going to slowly raise until it gets to f6.3. And for every lens, it is a little bit different. So I believe when I get to like 200 mil here, the lowest I can go is f6. And then of course, at a certain point, probably like 250 or 300, the lowest we'll be able to go to is f6.3. Now, I will say any lens you get that is a variable aperture, you can look this up and they'll have a good chart on some websites that do reviews, and you'll be able to see exactly what aperture you get from what focal length. This is really common amongst cheaper lenses because whenever you want to shoot at that f2.8, there's a lot of tech that goes into those lenses, hence making them more expensive. With these type of lenses, when you're shooting out during the day, you're going to be just fine. With all of that lighting, f6.3 is going to be more than fine. You're going to have to bump that shutter speed up a lot to get that image darker. Now, of course, once you start getting into low light and nighttime situations, that's when these become really tricky. In my experience for video, I'm shooting at this f6.3 for this football season. That is more than fine. For photos, when you have to bump up that shutter speed, that's where it can get a little bit tricky, which I do have a low light editing video that I just came out with a few days ago, so refer back to that if you need help with that. But that is an easy explanation for variable aperture lens. Let me know if you have any other questions down in the comments and make sure to follow.